Hello, 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 hello. I'm sitting here thinking I had it set up for today and it was set up for tomorrow. But hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I am here and we're going to talk about Married to Medicine, but I don't even want to talk about a segment. I only want to talk about Eugene. That's it. Eugene, because tomorrow Brandy and I will be back and we will do Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Potomac. But I wanted to get in here and speak on Eugene. Now, with Eugene out here doing the most, I thought it was rich of the way he was acting. Look, I'm trying to still set up some stuff here, so excuse me for a moment. But yeah, I thought it was big time rich of Eugene to come and want to have friction with the ladies, particularly Heavenly. So I'm like, he don't want that smoke from he don't want that smoke at all. He don't want that smoke from Dr. God, Dr. Damon. And I just thought, okay, we'll come in here, we'll talk about it. As you come in, please tell me, do you think Eugene was stepping he's going beyond what the men should do? Because the women usually handle the women and the men handle the men. But like he's ready to get on in, like Toya tag me in, Toya tag me in, Toya tag me in. And that ain't how that stuff works. It's not, and I don't like it at all. And I'm saying when I watched the episode, I couldn't even watch the episode last night. What really pissed me off because I didn't feel like taking my DVR thing upstairs, my cable box, because for some reason my TV in the sitting room I think is done for. So look, I'm trying to get this junk together. Like, yeah, bear with me for a second. Bear with me. But yeah, I want to talk about it, and we're going to get it all popping and figure out, was Eugene becoming Eugina? Because, I mean, the way he's starting to do things and operate, I thought I'm side-eyeing him big time because he's with the shit long as Toya is dishing the shit. He backs Toya up all the time. And I don't expect him to disrespect his wife at all. I don't, because my husband better not disrespect me. But I feel like when Toya, you guys had your what was that? They had the day off, skip work day at their house, and how Toya said called those women bitches and all that stuff as she was drunk and talking shit. He came and said something because she was saying things to him. He didn't like the fact that she, turned on him. As long as she's, turning on the other women, it is what it is. So, and I just thought, Toya is not a lady that is docile. She's not one who is shy. Toya is with the shit. She dishes just like Heavenly does. But you want Damon to say something to Heavenly, but you don't say nothing to Toya about anything. And that's what I'm not understanding. You want to talk the shit or come for Heavenly because you're tired of her being so disrespectful. She's not being disrespectful to you in your face. She might have said it on that thread, on the text thread, but she's not being disrespectful to you in your face. So I don't think, all of the, the conversation you want to have with Heavenly because they're being disrespectful to your wife. Your wife is so fucking disrespectful to everyone. Toya is. It's good for TV. I like it. Her and Heavenly. I can see if Dr. Eugene, this was his first season. He's been on here 12 seasons. He knows how this works. So for you to come and want to get involved in the women stuff, what Nene say? Let me go over here. What Nene say? She said, what she called Peter? She called Peter Patricia. We talking about Nene from Real Housewives of Potomac. Real Housewives of Atlanta. But what did she tell Peter? What did she tell him? This is what she said.
There's another way, Peter.
You don't get involved in the women business.
You know there's another way.
Peter need to stay out of women business, honey. Turn into old shit.
That Peter need to stay out of women's business. She turned into an old chick. And that's what Eugene is doing. He's turning into Eugenia. He's all up in their stuff, and I just don't feel like he should be there. Just let the women handle it. Like King said, let the women handle it. Why are we up here discussing it? Let the women have it. Look, y'all got to excuse me for a moment, but yeah, let the women have it. None of these women are, they're all strong-willed women, and they can get their message across. They don't need a man to come in and save them from the other women. I don't think so. So that is my whole issue with Eugene. Toya does not need to be saved from Heavenly. She don't. And let's back this thing up. It's all about the Med Gala. And he's upset because he felt like, I guess Heavenly's supposed to say they wanted to see Toya fail. But Toya gave the women so much smoke about this Med Gala and how she wasn't going to do whatever. She did not contribute, and she gave the wine that she already had in the garage. So he was like, because we ain't apologizing for shit. Well, he ain't say for shit, but he said they ain't apologizing for nothing. So if you're not apologizing for anything, then, let Toya have it. She can do the thing by herself then. But he knows that he's going to have to write that check. So he's not wanting that to happen. And that's the thing. He don't want to have that issue at all. So I'm coming in and I only want to talk here today about Eugene's actions and why he's all in women's business. Because the women are supposed to handle that. Toya is messy as hell. We call her Tacky Toya for a reason. And you want to give all the smoke. All the smoke to you want to give all the smoke to Heavenly. Heavenly is saying what all the other women are thinking. She's saying it. And it looks like Toya is not doing well at trying to put this Med Gala together because Dr. Jackie has, they're on this trip in Jamaica. Dr. Jackie came to Heavenly about it. Because, hey, they need money. Even Curtis asked the men, are they chipping in? And Steve said no. Season 9, we ain't chipping in no goddamn money. No, we ain't. They ain't asked my wife opinion on shit. So, no, we not chipping in no money. But Toya, she had all these things going on and acting like she, that her and Jackie was the ones who are the founders and all these things and all the money that she, she pulling the phaser almost. And, the only reason why Toya wants to basically want the women to come together with it because she's in charge. She only wants them to come together now, forget all the shit, what happened in the past, forget that. We're here and let's come together. And Dr. Heavenly was like, hell no. First it was Quad. Now it's Dr. Heavenly because they wanted to know, Dr. Contessa wanted to know how much did everybody need to contribute. She said, are we all supposed to contribute? Dr. Heavenly said no. No. Because that's what she did. She didn't contribute. And I want to tell you, Dr. Heavenly was saying last year when they did the Med Gala that, how much was it? They came out a lot of goddamn money, her and Dr. Jackie. I want to say they came out of like somewhere near 13,000. I'm not very sure, but I thought that was the number. It was not no low number. And, I think they might have gotten their money back, on the back end after everything was sold or whatever. But for Toya to be the one who wanted to be so defiant and want to talk the most shit about everything, but yet you didn't want to contribute. And that's the issue that Heavenly has with her, that she didn't want to contribute. But yet you want everybody else to go ahead and put their money out there. And Quad was like, the folks ain't trusting her with the money. Folks don't want to give Toya their money. And, I just don't blame them. Toya gave them hell about $2,000. But yet she had what? The one year she had the party for her, the baby shower for her bag. But yet you want to give them hell about it? I don't know. It just seems very... So she also says in this episode, I can't share this thing. I don't know what the hell is going on here with nothing. This is getting on my nerves. Excuse me. But she wants the person who's going to take over next year. She said, because of what she's going through and what she's seeing, she's definitely going to contribute next year. Oh, you should have been contributing all the years prior. But you was like, nah, we're not doing this. And you got your husband to go along with the bullshit. But it's a mess. So now he wants to talk to Damon. And Damon don't even want to hear. Because, first of all, he's in the, I guess, while they're in the hotel, or on the resort, and he's ironing up his clothes. He's telling Toya about it. And basically, he don't like the fact that how she's being disrespected. And I'm like, Toya, the most disrespectful motherfucker there almost. And you mad because the women is not kissing her ass like you do? What did he say?
There's another way, Peter.
You don't get involved in the women business.
You know there's another way.
Peter need to stay out of women business, honey. Turn into old shit.
Eugene then turns into but I mean, God, I'm calling him Eugene. Eugene turned into Eugene. And I think definitely to keep the men's and keep, cooler heads, let cooler heads prevail, the men don't get in it because they know if they get into it, it probably could become physical. So the men let the women handle the women. let them women be catty and throw all the shade. Hell, we know it's a TV show. So I don't know if Eugene is this upset and tired about it. Maybe him and Toya meet, maybe they should be on the show if he can't handle it anymore. Because Damon ain't even the least worried about it. He don't want to talk about this shit. He said, we all got strong women. Our women are strong. They can handle themselves. Dr. Damon lets, Dr. Heavenly know, basically, as long as my man don't say nothing to you, I ain't got nothing to say. Well, let a man say something that this is where where Damon and Eugene would actually fall out. Because Eugene is looking at this, hey, this is play. Not Eugene, Damon. This is play. This ain't even real shit. And he said, why Eugene is trying to bring this up and about what the women has said or whatever. And Damon was like, either we're going to help do it or not. He said, isn't the dang on Med Gala in a couple of days anyway? So what you tripping about? Either we're going to help pay, put the money in. But somebody said that they gave it to Toya just to see her fail. Eugene. Toya just want to see Heavenly fail her run for Congress. She do. So this episode was pissing me off with Eugene. Definitely. I said, if he don't sit his little roly-poly ass down some damn where and wanting the front on Dr. Heavenly, but Dr. Heavenly is just doing her damn job. Because you don't got nothing to say to your wife about anything. You don't never give, even check her behind closed doors. Or, she be with some fuck shit. Just like how she wasn't doing the girl code with Angel. But Eugene has a problem with anyone who's coming for Toya. And I was listening to another YouTuber today, and it was like Dr. Eugene was the one who actually let the cat out the bag about Mariah Daughters not being her husband on TV. He's the one who said that. And I was like, I got to go back to the first season and rewatch it. So Dr. Eugene out here being fucking messy. And you want to be all up in the women shit. Stay your ass over there with the men. Handle them. Because when the men got the fighting almost last year, he about had a whole heart attack. He didn't know what to do. He walking arm in arm, hugging on Dr. Damon. So, they have their roles and positions on this show. And they always said, the man's role is for, let the women handle the women and the men will handle the men. Eugene has no reason to say anything to Dr. Heavenly. Toya is not timid. Toya keep up much as anybody else. She keep up a lot of shit. You see her games are all messy until she realized, okay, they red flagged her ass. But she's messy. She's messy. Dr. Heavenly and her make good TV. But Eugene can't step his ass in the mix. He shouldn't. It's not a great idea. You get in there and you say something sideways to Heavenly, then you're going to have Dr. Damon on your ass. And that's the issue. Toya told Dr. Havley to shut the fuck up. So, hell. But Dr. Havley, she wasn't wrong about nothing she said. She's like, hurry up. We don't want to hear this shit. We're going to pay what we're going to pay, and that's be done with it. Because, Toya, all the other years, she did not help contribute. And then not only did she not help, she wanted to be the problem. So now that it's your gala and it's not turning out so well, and you see how hard it is to put it on, because it's not just like throwing a party. You're having to raise money for a particular charity or whoever you're giving the money to, or however it's working out. And you have an issue. So I don't know, Dr. Jackie, don't do this again. And I sure hope Toya ain't the CFO for real. Because she don't, like Dr. Heavenly said, you ain't never ran a business. And that wine thing she did is kind of like, like a Mary Kay or Avon type deal. It wasn't like it was her branded wine. It was her business. No, she was selling a wine and she got a chance to maybe have her little signature, signature wine collection there. The Toya Bush, here is signature collection of whatever the name that wine was. But Toya need to quit with the bullshit, and Eugene, stay out of women's business. Because it's not flattering at all. You all upset. They over there talking, and he over there ear hustling, and come over and tell Toya, oh, we need a timeout. Come on, let's go. And Toya didn't even go. He up here mad because what? Because the way you didn't heard these women talk like this before. This is nothing new. And she know how to handle herself. They argue, they're giving us a show. And I'm pretty sure you didn't watch these episodes. So I don't even know, why you are so upset or why you just really want to come for Heavenly. Heavenly is doing her job. And I feel like Eugene is dead ass wrong. I'm sitting here watching this like, he's wrong as fuck. Why you got so much smoke for Heavenly? I don't get it. So you wanna say something to Damon, and that Damon actually says something to Heavenly? Damon says Heavenly is good at all of her jobs. He's good at all of her jobs. He ain't worried about this shit here. He's not. He's not worried. He knows it is for TV. And he don't need this kind of stress. He's here to relax, and you up here worried about what the women is arguing about. Dr. Eugene, I gotta go back and watch that first season because I didn't realize he's the one who actually said it on TV. But you all up in women's business and you need to be out of it. And why are you so upset that the women is disrespecting your wife? I can see, like I said, if she was a person who couldn't handle her own, and it would, these women have been doing this. This is not season 1, episode 1. This is season 12, episode 12. You done been on here. You know what to expect. And I don't know why you're so upset that the women are not. I don't get it. Because what? Y'all not coming up with this money, and he's working his ass off just to pay for this house? I don't know. Because the way I see it, Toya came for Heavenly this whole season. She started in with Heavenly big time. And Heavenly, I guess, just decided I'm going to show my ass. You wanted me to show my ass? Here I am. I'm here in Jamaica, and I'm about to show my ass on Toya. Toya in this Med Gala. Because Toya don't know what the fuck she's doing, evidently. Especially since Dr. Jackie then came to Heaven and said, we need y'all help. We need y'all money. I think the episode was good. I really did. I can't wait to next week's episode, but I just had to say, let me come down here and talk about Eugene ass, because this was uncalled for. You know, everybody like Eugene, but you can't gather together your wife because your wife talk crazy to you. She talks crazy to you, so we know like hell she talk crazy to the other ladies, but you want to come at the other ladies for saying something or they're being so disrespectful towards her. She's disrespectful to everyone, Toya is. She don't respect nobody. And you are this upset. I mean, I said, this man about to have a whole coronary over here about these women and the way they talk. Because you were supposed to be over there with the men. Not even paying attention to you. I could see if you had to run over there to keep people from fighting. Wasn't nobody in no one's face. They are, just going back and forth. And as I recall, Toya's the one that said, shut the fuck up. So who's being disrespectful there? I don't know. I just think that, okay. And when I've been reading in some of the different chats online, and some people was like, well, Eugene should stick up for his wife or whatever. I'm like, why should a man be involved in the women's business? Why, because they're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to pull it together for the Med Gala. But why be all in that so then the men have an issue with each other? And shit, they don't even get paid for the show. I don't know. Eugene, you lost me. And I don't know why you that upset. Is it because you're over the trip too? And you want people to act a certain way because you're in charge? Because I'm trying to figure out how is this working, And I know he needs words of affirmation and all that. He's that kind of person because that's his love language. Which I can't see where Toya ever give him words of affirmation. But he best to quit. Because Dr. David ain't trying to be, he ain't for the shit. He ain't letting his butt, this he says, this is nothing I want to talk about. And I'm like, I was so glad when King said, let the women handle the women. And let us go and do what we need to do, Let us have a good time and let the women be over there arguing. It's just, but he just wasn't letting up about it. He called them the peanut gallery and everything. I said, well, damn. I don't know. Eugene, this episode makes you really look like a bitch to me. Well, what the? And then isn't that when Nene called Peter a bitch? You acting like a bitch. You all up in the women's business. Get your ass from over there. You ain't got no business coming there huffing and puffing and walking back like that. Like Steve said. Stay out of it. What are you so mad about? Why you have to bring your ass over there and say anything? Stay out of women's business. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Stay out of the women's business. You have no business in it at all. How many people agree with me? Because I'm like, am I crazy? The heck is, I'm not understanding. And because he wanted to pop off on that bus when they got to the medical mission. Because he's like, because we ain't apologizing for that. Never. We're never apologizing for that. When you just went and got the bottles of wine and talking about because people drank the wine. No, Dr. Heavenly said they drank the wine because there was nothing else. They had to drink, so they drank that shit, but they didn't want that. So now that you see that they need your money, when you're trying to put on these kind of things, don't just do. Because I think one year she just donated clothes, if I'm not mistaken, or something, at one of the Med Galas, because she didn't give neither one. And that's the time when Dr. Heavenly took the mic and said, no, Toya didn't give, I think they only had to give $1,000. She wouldn't give that. So and you know what? They was having these Med Galas, and Toya didn't want to contribute, but she did everything else. And then had so much mouth about how the thing should go, but you couldn't give. Couldn't and wouldn't. I ain't gonna say that you didn't have the money, but you definitely wouldn't part with it to help the cause at all, but wanted to have the most opinions about everything. So he's just so upset because somebody said, Heavenly, I guess, that they gave the thing to Toya just to see it fail. Now, Dr. Jackie said this is her baby. She don't want it to fail. That's why she over there like Heavenly. We need your money. Because Toya probably coughing up for shit. Because last year when it was supposed to have been her and Phaedra, Dr. Jackie and Phaedra, Dr. Heavenly has said how much money she came up with to help Jackie. So, all I want to say is whenever there is a group, a friend group or whatever, or a friend or acquaintance group or whatever, if the men, this is a couples group, if there's an issue, yes, the men should keep it with the men. But if this group is all about the women, especially if it's on a show, and this is for entertainment purposes, Eugene, get out your feelings. Maybe you need to let your nuts drop with Toya, but don't try to go and do all that stuff with everybody else. With Eugene, with Dr. Damon. That's ridiculous. About what? What you want Damon to say? Because their family, what the hell got to do with anything? This is TV. Because if they show you who they are, believe them. Damon ain't here for the fuck shit. He don't care. Toya is messy as hell. Messy. He acting like he's like Brandy or Angela. Or Angel. What's her name? Angels. Like it's their first year or something. Eugene, you've been on here. You done seen your whole wife got in the whole fight the first season. That's most disrespectful right there. And Heavenly basically is saying everything that all the other women is thinking. She's bringing it to light, yes. So every time we talk about this Med Gala, we're going to talk about your ass. Yes, we are. So now you see. It's not funny when the rabbit got the gun, because all season long before this Med Gala, she was on Heavenly ass. But now it's her turn. She ain't none. Well, Eugene, you need to stop. You really need to stop and let it go. And let the women do their jobs. Let them clock in without you trying to interfere. You're supposed to be on the other side with the men. So that's my little rant on Dr. Eugene all up in the women's business. Dr. Eugene. I'm sitting there watching this thing today. I'm like, what? Am I tripping? I like Dr. Heavenly. She's my favorite on the show, really. But I could say when Dr. Heavenly was wrong, because she was wrong on that bus, but I just felt like hell. She said she's gonna show her ass. She said, I'm not disrespecting him. I'm disrespecting you. That's what she said to Toya on that bus. So it is what it is. But Toya is the most disrespectful motherfucker on the show to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But like I said, tomorrow we'll be back and we'll be doing a full review on Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. So until then, I'll see you guys later. I just got to get on here and tug on Dr. Eugene's stethoscope. Let me tug on a little bit, because Doctor, you all up in the wrong situation. Let the women be women, and you stay your ass over there with the men. And you go and get you a nice massage. And don't worry about what the hell these women talking about, because the show is about them. It's not about y'all. Okay? Let them women act a fool, and you just, as long as they ain't putting their hands on each other, let it be, let it be. And let us be entertained and not have your ass coming over there trying to say something to the women. And then get mad because your wife didn't walk away with you. She clocking in. She's working. Leave her alone. She said, I'm coming there fucking with you with your patients. Don't come over here fucking with me while I'm trying to do my scene. So we need a timeout. Come on, Toya. I guess. Well, I'm going to get out of here, but I don't let Nene say it again.
There's another way, Peter.
You don't get involved in the women business.
You know there's another way.
Peter need to stay out of women business, honey. Turn into old shit.
Stay out of women's business. You're turning into an old chick, Eugene. Or shall I say, Eugene? Good night. Let me end this thing. Good night.